This is my home theater. Hi everyone, I'm Dippin with CE Critic. Today I want to take you through my personal home theater. I've been lucky enough, we just finished this basement and I was able to put in a small system in here, and I'm going to use air quotes on that small. I'm running 7.2.4 with all KEFs all around, including the front towers here, the subwoofers, and all the in walls. And I'll take you through each one of those products and what I've got in the setup. Now I wanted to do this new segment on the channel, and I really want to focus on how to upgrade your home theater system. I've been living with this system since about 2017, so you're going to hear some of my gear. It's going to sound old, but really a lot of this stuff should last a very long time. Now I am in need of some updates. For one thing, my TV, which is a Samsung Q8FN from 2018, definitely needs an update, and I have some other components that could definitely use some upgrades, and I'll show you those as we go through the room and through the equipment. But a lot of you folks are in the same position I'm in, right? You've got a new space, you finished a basement. I've actually got a whole area over there that's open that leads into a kitchen, but you're in this new space and you're wondering, I just set up my home theater, I'm using some old gear, I have some equipment that I've been using for the past 5-7 years. What do I need to upgrade, and how do I improve this room? So right away, I know there's a lot of big things I can do to improve this room. One of them being just putting up acoustical panels. That will make a huge difference in the acoustics in this room, as well as the audio. You might hear a little bit of reverb from me. The other thing is there is some of my gear that I need to update. As I mentioned, the TV needs an update. I got myself a PlayStation 5 and I'm not running it anywhere near where I could, especially with the higher frame rates. And as well as in the back system there, I'll take a look through my rack. I'll show you everything I have back there. But I'm running a Marantz 7704. It's a little bit of an older processor, but my amplifiers are great. I have a mix between Hegel amplifiers, which does my bed layer, and I have some Emotiva amplifiers that help with the rear channels as well as the Atmos channels. So all of this gear can be used for a long period of time. What I say and what I expect is that speakers should last you 20 years, amplifiers should last you 20 years, processors are probably the things you need to upgrade every 5 to 7 years, depending on how recent it is and whether you got a flagship or not, and TVs every 5 to 7 years, depending on what type of a gear or sources you have. The other thing you want to consider when you're upgrading your system is you want to also think about the cables. It's something most people don't think about, but you know, when you get a PlayStation or you get some of these higher end systems, you want to make sure that you can have flexibility of replacing cables, HDMI cables specifically, as the standards have changed. They just announced HDMI 2.2. I don't think anything's going to happen for that for the next few years or so, but I'm very easily able to change out cables as I need to. And other than that, my system is running really great here. So let me walk you through everything that I got. So here we have the KEF R 700s. These are several years old. Actually, they launched back in 2012, I believe. But they have been doing really great justice for me. And this is part of the older R Series system. That's where I have the R400b subwoofer. And the center channel is the R600C. I also have my VPI Scout over here for all my records. Below, I have a Samsung Blu-ray player, my Switch, my PlayStation, and over here I have the controllers. I also have the R400b on the other side, and what you'll notice interesting here is I've had to turn this one about 90 degrees compared to the other one over here because I was getting a null in my seated position. So this is one of the tricky things with subwoofers is even a slight change, like turning the subwoofer 90 degrees, I'm able to get the bass response I'm looking for in the room. Now, if I take you up to the rest of the room over here, as I mentioned, I have a big space over there that leads to the kitchen. In the ceiling, I have Ci200QR from KEF, and I also have those as my surrounds. Now the only thing that I had to change was in my rear surround, which I had to go with the 160QRs, mainly because I didn't have the space to get it into the wall cavity that I wanted. So in my system here, you can see that I'll be running, like I said, 7.2.4. Here's my in-ceiling speakers. Okay, now we're back in my rack, and as you can see, this is not put together very well, but I want to show you guys what I'm working with here. I'm building the system back up after a while. So here's my Marantz processor. I'm running a 7704, which is a really great processor. This is one piece of gear that I'm going to be looking to upgrade soon. Actually, Marantz is going to be sending me an AV10 to review, so I'm looking forward to putting this in the system. Now I also have the Furman linear power conditioner. For me, this is a must. Having a really good power conditioner in your system is really important. This is to protect your system. This is to make sure if lightning happens, you lose power, that your system is completely protected and they're getting enough power to each one of the pieces of gear. Now, because I'm running some pretty big amps here, here's my Emotiva XPA5. This is my Gen 2, as well as my Emotiva UPA200. These are all running my Atmos channels as well as some of my rear channels. I have my router here. I have my network switch as well. Let me walk around back here. You can see I have my Xbox down there. I also have my Hegel here, unceremoniously put on a chair because I couldn't fit it on this rack. I was worried this plastic rack was gonna break. But also back here, I have my music server, which is running Roon. So as you can see, this is not pretty, and I think this is really important to show you guys this as I upgrade my system, because this is how a lot of us kind of start out, and this is how a lot of us upgrade throughout the year. So there you have it, guys. That's my rack, my very, very ugly rack here. So the Emotivas and the Hegel amplifiers, I absolutely love them. I see no reason to upgrade them unless I'm getting gear in here to review. I really love this Marantz AV processor as well, but I do need to upgrade it because of two reasons. One, I have my PlayStation 5 and I want to start messing around with the higher frame rate. That also means I need a better TV than the one I currently have, and I would like to get some better DSP and some calibration tools on the audio side. So the newer ones have Dirac, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out. By the way, I also have an air purifier here. So if you guys don't have an air purifier in your system, I highly, highly recommend it, because dust is one of those things that will fry a system fast. So that's my very ugly rack back here, but luckily it's behind the wall so no one ever sees it, and it gives me a nice clean look in the front. Well, everyone, that was my system. Thanks for watching and following on. Again, I'm going to start doing a series of videos on what to upgrade, and I'm getting some review material in. I actually have some of the newer KEFs in, the KC92 subwoofers, so I'm going to test them in this room. I'm also going to stack them. I don't see a lot of people talking about stacking subwoofers, but it's a really great solution if you've got a smaller space, or you've got the subwoofer on one side, or you have one subwoofer out on your receiver. That's a really great way to stack subwoofers and to get more bass in the room without having to split the signal and do all of these other crazy things. So don't forget to give me the thumbs up, like this video, hit subscribe. I'm going to try to make a playlist of all the upgrades I do through my system, as well as the products I'm getting in here for review. And if you have any questions, please put them below and I'll take a look and I'll answer as many of them as I can, or I'll answer them in a future video. So thanks for watching, guys. That was pretty much my home theater. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I really enjoyed the system. My family enjoys it every week. We watch movies down here all the time, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys more upgrades that I'm doing, as well as the changes that are happening to my personal system here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.